Hi, I'm Ellen Jefferson. I'm the Executive Director of Austin Pets Alive. I was asked to explain what Austin was like before Austin Pets Alive and before No Kill. When I moved here in 1998, the city of Austin was euthanizing 85% of the animals that came into the shelter. And one of the reasons I moved here actually was because everybody was outside with their pets and it looked like such a pet-friendly town that I just figured it must be really good for pets. So when I moved here and figured out that our city was actually killing 85% of the animals that came into the shelter, it was quite a shock. And that continued for a long time. In 2007, the save rate was up to 45%, which meant 55% or 14,000 animals were being killed every year. And Austin Pets Alive started rescuing animals in 2008, and we started making really quick progress on getting the save rate up to what it is now, which is close to 98%. 11 years ago, Austin Pets Alive started as a rescue organization. We were actually an advocacy organization for the first 10 years of Austin Pets Alive existence, and then turned into a rescue operation. And when that happened, we didn't have any kind of role model to look to. We didn't know what no kill looked like. We knew that there were cities that had higher save rates than Austin, and that's what we were trying to emulate, but we didn't know what true no kill looked like. And we especially didn't know how to operate the programs because there was nobody out there to teach us. And so over the past 11 years, we've had to learn almost everything by trial and error, which means that we made a lot of errors and we did go through a lot of trials, but eventually, because we keep trying and kept trying, we eventually got to a place where the programs are doing the best life-saving that they can. We feel like they have the highest save rates they can, even for high mortality groups like neonatal kittens or puppies with parvovirus. And so we've made a ton of momentum, but it's just been very organic and very grassroots. What's been really interesting to watch is the evolution of no kill nationally. What's been happening here in Austin, in a lot of ways we've been at the forefront of the movement, and certainly the largest city to go through this kind of movement. And the rest of the country has been paying attention for a very long time. It actually was pretty astounding when we first started posting on social media in 2008 that we were taking this on, we were going to make Austin a no-kill city. People from all over the country started contacting us and saying, hey, we want to do what you're doing. Can you tell us what you're doing? American Pets Alive and our conference started as a way for us to help other communities learn what we're doing here, but in a really concentrated amount of time. And it's been really fascinating to watch what happens around the country because people are starting to take pieces of what happened here in Austin and apply it to their own community. So we're seeing bottle baby kitten nurseries pop up all over the country. We're seeing parvo puppy wards start all over the country. We are seeing ringworm wards, barn cat programs, feline leukemia programs, everything that you can think of. People are trying to do to save the animals that are losing their lives. The hardest group of animals to save, no matter what city you're in, including Austin, is large breed dogs, and especially large breed dogs with behavior issues. And we're still at the forefront of that, even though we know we need to do a lot more for this group of animals to get it right, but we are continuing to try to evolve every year and solve for that problem, and the rest of the country's watching and taking the things that work and hopefully using them so they don't have to recreate the wheel. So when I think about what I would like to see accomplished in the next decade, in the next 11 years in no kill nationally and locally, I think locally what I'm really looking for is I hate the word perfect, but trying to perfect our programs and really do the best that we possibly can by the animals. Not only save their lives, but save them better and have shorter lengths of stay in the shelter, especially for big dogs and medical animals. I'd like to see that we're utilizing more foster homes. Foster home is, for an animal that doesn't know the difference, they don't know if it's a foster home or an adoptive home, it's a home. And so we'd really like to see fewer animals housed on site, more animals in foster homes, and faster turnover between the time that they come into the shelter to be sheltered from whatever they're going through to when they're in their home for good. And we believe that'll happen. It's already happening so much faster than it did way back when we first started. And we believe that we can perfect that to a place where we can call it a best practice for length of stay for animals. And that's just something we have to keep working through and keep trying different things until we do get it right. Nationally, I think that what is going to happen over the next decade is that we're going to see many more communities become no-kill, and not only 90% save rates, but hopefully, just like Austin, be at 95+% save rate. My hope is that we'll also see many more governments take this seriously and implement no-kill resolutions and mandate it for their city, that they've heard the community and they want to live in an environment where animals are treated with respect and like individuals and not just wholesale hauled into a shelter and exterminated. And I think that that will be the norm, hopefully, in the next 10 years, 12 years, and I'm excited to see it happen.